Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Homer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Honkai Star Rail. We have Buff Luca here doing his weights, of course. We're going to be doing some side stuff today, which I've been wanting to do for a bit. And honestly, last episode was so emotionally intense. An emotionally intense series of events, honestly, that I'm actually kind of like very excited to kind of like do some side stuff. The first thing I wanted to do was Hanu's prison break. This is an event that I thought would be really fun to do. I do know, by the way, there are spoilers on the banner. We won't be checking out the banner. I want to say that right now. I also know that people have been warning me about this for a while, and I thank you for that. And to even get to the... It's actually, like, very easy, right? Like, there wasn't any spoilers in the, like, the actual startup screen, but to actually get to the actual event itself, it was actually, like, pretty easy. Like, basically, all you have to do is, like, go into this menu here like that. I'm not going to go into it now just in case. And then quickly press the button that transfers you over to the other side, and like I saw nothing, and it's honestly a good thing. But I think they're giving out rewards as well, so I'm gonna have to figure out some way around that if I want to get those those free wishes. Let's talk to Dr. Edward here about this. Trailblazer from the Astro Express, we meet again. Fancy visit to my Dreamscape sales store? I have a new batch of dream bubbles coming to the shelf. The batch has a pretty exciting theme. Those who have tried it are full of praise. I'm sure you'll like it. Is about garbage picking? I knew you'd be interested. Still, remember the slogan to my store? Dr. Edward knows more about your preferences than you do. Please allow me to keep the suspense going for now, and I don't want to give any spoilers. You'll have to enter the dream bubble yourself to find out what it's about. So this is the actual quest itself then. Very cool. Okay, so yeah, we're going to be doing like a bunch of quests today. It's going to be like a kind of like a... like almost like a grab bag of side quests today, and this is one of the things I definitely wanted to try out as well. So this is our Dreamscape panel where you can view all the Dream Bubble stages here. As this is your first visit, only access to the beginner-friendly shallow Dreamscape will be granted first. You can select the Dream Bubble chapter you wish to experience from here. Let's start with Bubble Pinball. Okay, let's try it out. They're just gonna be like mini games, of course, for this one as well, I think. Here we can check the Dream Bubbles experience objectives and rewards. Please read them carefully. Thus concludes the instructions. You can now enter the Dream Bubble to begin your experience. I will do that right away. Very excited to do this. I'm very excited. Hey, you need to step out of it? You're moving too slowly. The spheroid is all set. Everyone else is left. We should catch up soon. Where am I? The Dreamville prison. Do you actually think you're already a free man? Oh, we're in prison, I guess. Okay. A week ago, Boss Stone became the prison warden and enlisted Soul Glad as a contraband. You flipped out over that decision so much you kept punching the air and nearly broke the chandelier. We decided to teach him a lesson at that time. Now the best opportunity has come. Ha, I got it. You're now doing the exposition. Whoever proved Soul Glad must be the bad guy. Exactly. That's why we decided to get out of this place. The bad news is the prison guards have just damaged the track. We need to fix it manually to proceed. I heard you were good at these things, so I'll leave the repair work to you. I'll cover for you. See you at the meeting point. So I wonder if we're just gonna have to do like the usual pinball minigame? Let's see how it works. Oh my god, look at all the shooting stars. Holy crap. Yeah, because this is like usually like not... Yeah. Oh, expend energy. Oh no, wait, no. No. Isn't it? It might be limited energy. Press select the plate, expend energy to activate the plate, and close the plate to regain energy. When a plate is activated, you can set its rotation to... Oh, is this the same as before? You cannot activate any more plates when you do not have enough energy left. It is energy limited. Press to reset all plates. Create a trajectory that connects the pinball machines on both sides by activating, closing, or rotating the plates. When the trajectory is complete, you can launch the pinball and reach the destination. When you exit the machine, the current plate setup will be saved. Okay, this sounds fun. So we can do this 4 times to get over to the other side. That's what it is. That's a fun idea for this minigame. Because if it's just like the same thing as before... Like, it'd be like, okay, we're doing this, and this is fun, but still. Yeah, it's like the same minigame we do before, but like now it's gonna have like a little bit of a catch to it. I'm up for it. I'm definitely up for it. Wow, you really know your stuff. We have both made it. I bet those prison guards have more trick up their sleeves. There'll be more obstacles waiting for us ahead. Let's move forward, for freedom, for Soul Glad. I love that it's legitimately like we're doing like mini games to do a prison break. Very funny stuff. You and your cellmates stealthily run along the prison corridors, narrowly avoiding guard after guard. This is so fun. It's like a choose your own adventure type thing. Some time has passed and the harbor leading to the rendezvous point finally comes into view. To the surprise to no one, the lane has already been destroyed. You know that. Once you break through the final blockade, you and your cellmate will be able to reunite with the main group. Yeah, I'm so up for this. And getting all the rewards as well is not a bad thing here. So we need 5. It's 5 this time. So I think starting here obviously makes sense. It's only going to shoot in this direction though. Wait. Starting here makes sense. And then going from here. And then going here. And then going here. And then going here. This better work. There we go, okay. I was sounding confident, kind of. Look, it's Boss Hanu. He's picking up. Wait, Hanu's here? Hey, Boss Hanu, how are you? The sphere road reaches the end of its track. Hanu, one of the most famous figures in Dreamville, is twitching his big nose to welcome you. It's so interesting now, like, this creature is like a representation of someone who led the rebellion, or was a big part of the rebellion for, against the IPC. Huh. Hanu lets out a snort in an attempt to sound cool. He seems to know very well how to behave to come across as a big shot. Boss Hanu appreciates you two providing your cover for us. Everyone has made it out safely. Next, we plan to free the prisoners for the other divisions and take them in to expand our team. Perhaps we could break free from our chains for good one day. Let's work hard together for a better Dreamville. Okay, very cool. So that's the first minigame. It literally is like a bunch of prison breaks. How many are there, I wonder? So there's a few of them, and there's also Deep Dreamscape, which is going to be the other ones as well. Ah, so I think we might as well do deep pinballs up. No, we'll do shallow first, right? Shallow makes sense. And then we'll do all the shallow ones, then we'll do all the other harder ones then. So this is the other one then. So this is going to be Dream Ticker. I said it's a tickler. Love the art as well for this too. After a successful prison break, Brother Hanu decided to reach out to the other prisoners as a means of recruiting them into the resistance against the prison. A steady flow of supplies. It's so interesting that like now he's also rebelling against the prison again. A steady flow of supplies that include food, weapons, clothing, and most importantly, Soul Glad is provided to the neighboring division. You were assigned with the mission of delivering a batch of newly arrived Soul Glad to the vent. Ah, okay. Cool, it's one of these games. That's all awesome. TikTok got good news to deliver. Pity you came at a bad time. Boss Stone sent people to trash the supply passage. No one can get past now unless someone fixes it. Fun stuff. Occasionally you may find a malfunction in Dream Tickers and Penacony. Interacting allows you to enter Dreamscape and repair the poor guys. In the Emoscape, some building blocks are interactable, and you can either drag them, remove them, or press to rotate them. Use the blocks to have a clock, you complete the path, and gears to repair their mind. In addition, there is a movable dream mirror, so it's the same thing as before. Yeah. After exiting the Emoscape, you can awaken the repaired dream. Yes, okay, so they're giving us the Detroit report, but just in case. They do not know how many people haven't played in a while. There's the first one. There's usually 2, right? At least. And then we can go like this. Yeah. So they'll get a little bit harder, but I never found these to be too bad, right? You got some skill, now I can deliver the good news to those who need it. The batch of Soul Glad is successfully delivered, but the crackdown on Soul Glad within the prison is yet to be abate. The prison guards carry out spot checks in the cell every day, confiscate bottle after bottle of Soul Glad, and then smash them all. Discontentment among the prisoners is growing. Over time, it will soon escalate into anger. Yeah, and it is interesting that there's like a mini game style thing here, and it like relates to the idea of like the actual lore of Hanu, right? It really feels that way. With Brother Hanu's permission, you and your companions smuggled crates into Soul Glad into the neighboring prison block. The sweetness of the soda lifts up the spirits of the inmates as if they can see a light in the dark. Yeah. So in a roundabout way, sometimes propaganda. The Soul Glad smuggling operation lasted for 6 months with a daily tug of war between the prisoners and the guards. The newly acquired Soul Glad was snatched away before being consumed, filling the cell with the sounds of cursing and pleading. Just like that, the feeling of displeasure in the neighboring divisions reaches an all-time high. A spark is all it needs to erupt. That's sometimes all that happens with rebellions. It's kind of telling the story of like a rebellion, and I think like if you were like a kid or someone who like didn't hear the story before and you went through this and like it is to me like is a very it's a thing that is like very appealing to people who it's like a nice way of telling a story of Hanu and like the rebellious nature and the idea of a prison break and you know the idea of how good Soul Glad is and stuff, because as well it's like it sells all that stuff to people in a way that they're very used to, because obviously they love Hanu and they love the idea of Hanu and they love the iconography of penacony and they would like follow the iconography of penacony, whether that's Clocky or Hanu or Soul Glad. People just love to fall for this and kind of like stay in its clutches for so long, you know? Really, they do, in my opinion. So it is appealing, these type of mini games to people, you know? TikTok, you're back in. I hear it's sparks flying everywhere next door right now. If they don't get to drink Soul Glad in time, some of them are going to have a mental breakdown. It's up to you now. Yeah. And then, sorry, put this down here. Lovely stuff. And where's the next one going to appear? I feel like we just need to make a mirror. Yeah. Lovely stuff. Yeah, they're not hard. Like right now, they're not hard. There's one that stopped me one time, but it was just because I didn't move. I didn't know I can move one of the blocks. I hope this batch of soul can last longer this time. After another batch of soul glads destroyed, the inmates see red. Following the first cry of rebellion, the other inmates respond enthusiastically. The number of violent incidents in the prison skyrockets, plunging the entire division into pandemonium. But you see what I mean? It's like the way they sell Soul Glad and Penacony is, it's like this is like the greatest thing you could ever have. And it's like, without it, it is like a violation of, you know, and again, like 100%, like you can't, it is 100% horrible that they're keeping like treats and stuff away from these prisoners, right? 100% is. But it's like, you know what they're trying to do with like the selling of like Soul Glad, you know, and all that stuff. You and your team take advantage of the chaotic situation to invite the prisoners, and the number of the rebels grow rapidly. Every desire for freedom and better life has been awakened. And again, Penacony sold us a better life as well. Okay. Hanu's adventure. What's the minigame going to be this time? Ever since Brother Hanu used Soul Glad to rope in the prisoners from several areas, your team has been getting stronger and stronger by the day. The prison warden, Boss Stone, is shocked by this. He recalls the prison guards and seals the paths in the rebel sectors with sturdy iron gates. He probably intends to just starve you all to death. Jesus freaking Christ. And that is like a horrible torture method, right? In response to the situation, your companions appear to have hatched a plan. What type of plan? Oh, it's one of these mini games. Very cool. Loved its suit. Hey, buddy, I've good news and bad news. Let me tell you the good one first. Thanks to the unusual move we pulled off earlier, we've taken over half the prison in Dreamville. Boss Stone and his underlings can never take it back to the prison again. The bad news is they're still in control of the prison system, and the production facilities in our division are stopped operating, and all the exits have been blocked by quarantine gates. If this goes on, we won't be able to hold on much longer. We need someone to sneak through the vent to the storage room, look in the other half of the prison, and find the key to the prison system. Obviously, Hanu is the best candidate for the mission. But even a hero like him isn't invincible and can't deal with all the guards by himself. We need to channel the dreamscape energy to through the television. Sounds like the plot has just jumped the shark. Fine, I'll do it myself. After all, the first-hand experience is what Dream Bubble is all about. If Hanu does all the work, then there'll be very little playable content in this Dream Bubble. I recommend try Hanu's adventure stage in this Dream Bubble. The stage is very well designed. Anyway, I'll go ahead and help Brother Hanu. You should hurry along. This is what I'm talking about, like the idea of like they do like a lot of like selling of the idea of Hanu and Clocky and like, you know, that image of them as well. Like, you know, it's like kids can literally, and adults can literally pick up this controller and play as like the hero Hanu, you know what I mean? It implants in your mind the idea that Clocky and Hanu are like an oh, a pair like wolf sharp eyes are hidden under Hanu's glasses. You can use the button to activate his Hanu's vision to observe tools that can be utilized to try to use. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, okay, that's cool. That's cool. So it's the same as kind of like before, but now we have like this vision as well. But yeah, like, you know, it's like it implants in your mind constantly like the idea of, yeah, the idea of Clocky. Yeah, yep. And Hanu and all the stories that they tell in these in Penacony. Wrong way. And like I think that's the thing, and you know, that's what Adventuring was saying as well. Like Penacony is genuinely a place that, like, you know, I know it was Akron who said this. I think it might have been Akron who said this as well. Akron said the idea that like all it would take for Penacony to truly like die basically is like one thing to go rotten. You know what I mean? Because it's so dependent on everything working as a well-oiled machine, whether that be like, you know, who they let into Penacony, you know, who's Yank? Like who they let into Penacony, who like what's the perception of Penacony, why you're in Penacony, how safe Penacony is, why Soul Glad is so important in Penacony, why Hanu and Clocky are so important in Penacony, why the family is so important in Penacony, why Robin is so important. Like all this stuff like is like this jigsaw piece that if you're missing some pieces, like people will start to notice some stuff, you know. Tweet, are you looking for this key? Keep it. Tweet, Boss Stone has not settled my wages for a long time. I'm not going to work for anymore. Yes! Hell yeah. Tell him. Let me go back to bed, Tweet. Such a good idea. The key is hidden in the origami bird. How unexpected. There seem to be many keys like this. I should probably collect them all. Okay, so we just have to find the key. That's actually very, very easy. And we're getting some good gems for this too. Brother Hanu retrieved the secret passkey for the prison system, but there's only one key. You'll need all the 4 keys to activate the prison computer. After a detailed discussion and analysis, Brother Hanu decided to head to the core area, retrieve the remaining 3 keys in one fell swoop. Let's go. Man, I love the areas in Penacony as well. They're so freaking cool. So we need to find ways to get up there. So there's probably like some rocket nearby. Should we attack these enemies as like, or will they still be there when we turn to normal? Unless we can like go in here, and we can't go in here. So what is? Because this, it won't be here when we're here. Yeah. Well, how do we do this? Do I just have to wait for him to like turn his head? Like that? Is that literally it? I think that might literally just be it. Let's yank it out. I know who you are, Tweet. You're Hanu, the guy who started the turmoil. I don't like conflict, so I hope you guys are making peace with each other soon. If this key can put an end to the conflict, you can take it, Tweet. No problem. Thank you so much. That's 2. Let them pass by again. Okay, so we literally have to just pass by them. That's what we have to do. We have to wait for them to turn their heads and pass by them. No, I'm not here. I know you did. No, I'm not here. What's your pattern like? Oh, we're gonna get caught. No, I didn't get attacked. That's not an attack. He wasn't even close to me. Oh, I haven't been using Hanu's vision. That's awful. Probably would have helped a few times. Oh, we should go under the tables as well, right? That seems to... Yes. Oh my god, we've used all these... That's actually so much fun. That's such a fun idea. Oh, we can't go out this way? We're not big enough to... Are you serious? Hey, now, how can you attack me through the goddamn thing? I think you need to get your eyes checked, maybe. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Somehow you're able to attack me through the library case. It's called a bookcase. In your world, it's called a bookcase. In my world, it's called a library case. So, what are we gonna do about that? You know what I mean? What's the... like, if we can move through here, we're sorted, right? You know? You can't see me here. I'm under a table. Table makes me invisible. Go, 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 go. How? 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 How do we do this? I know there's probably something like so simple that I'm missing out on for sure. Is there any way we can like distract them? Can we find a bazooka to shoot them? That usually solves problems. Unless we can stand here and they won't see us here. But I can't see the Oh. Very well. Very simple. Okay, I just thought he'd like look around when he saw us there because his area field of vision is actually very, very wide, but that's fine. It's you two. You're the guy who wants to take the bus down. What a coincidence. He rubbed me the wrong way too. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I'm on your side. I just need you guys to weaken the Crocker so I can pave my way to find my bird empire. I'll help you found your bird empire. Take the key tree. I need to have it for my plan to work out. No problem whatsoever. Hanu obtained all 4 keys and used them to open the computer core of the prison. The lights come on and all the equipment pledging their allegiance. Everyone raises a bottle of Soul Glad in celebration while the golden syrup rains down from above. Yet the entire prison is transformed as a result. Okay. More rewards there as well. And then there's Dreamwalker, which is the last one of the shallow dreamscape that we can do here as well. Wait, so hold on a second here. Is there more? No, sorry. Okay, my bad. Okay. Let's go. Oh, it's combat. No problem whatsoever. No problem whatsoever. You, or more precisely, the protagonist of this dream will wake up with a throbbing head. Right when Brother Hanu takes control of the prison, an accident occurs. A chaotic synthesia dreamscape engulfs you all and pulls the entire prison in it. The once familiar corridors have become completely different, and your companions who have been fighting alongside you are nowhere to be found. You realize that someone has to step up to save everyone? It is time to become a hero. I'm up for this, man. Like, if this is just like combat stuff, like this team can probably do some good jobs here, right? Oh no, it's actually like maybe combat mixed with like this as well. Yeah, I know. I know how to do this, hopefully. It's interesting they're giving us tutorials on some of the stuff is obviously new, but like it's interesting giving us tutorials on this. Yeah, it's interesting. I wonder if it's just because it's a separate entity as the minigame? Possibly. Activate this as well. Do we just have to get to our partner every time? Oh, it's you. Great to see a familiar face again. What happened to the prison? Where's everyone else? I don't know. Looks like we're on our own. Let's go find the others, or at least locate Hanu. He has a knack for uniting other prisoners. After a quick cleanup, you and your cellmate begin the journey to find Hanu. Okay, so it's gonna be that simple. That's fine. I'm like, yeah, we're getting like very easy gems for this mission as well, you know? It's actually like pretty cool. The amount of like gems we're getting just for doing like some fun activities. In the chaos of the dreamscape, you and your cellmate run around endlessly, finally locating your target in one of the dream rooms, Brother Hanu and his men. So that's the target in the dream room is Brother Hanu and his men. We have to get over there somehow. Let's see. Yep, I have an idea of what we can do. Let's obtain his. Hanu, I'm coming, okay? Take your time. Oh, he talked. Wow. Take your time right now if you want to take your time. I'll take my time, don't worry. Take your time. I got all day. I know you got all day. I got every day. I'm Hanu. I am the Hanu man. Hanu man, is that your nickname? Yeah. So they just call you Hanu man most days? The Hanu beast. The Hanu beast is crazy. Yeah. I like the nickname, don't get me wrong. Yeah, but you do. Yeah. What is that? What's that supposed to mean? I'm not saying anything. I just heard you're someone who likes nicknames. Okay. I guess. Don't want to be rude, Hanu, about it. Who's being rude? Hanu, do you know that, like, surprisingly no one unsubscribes when they hear me do this? When they hear this stuff? First time for everything. Yeah, there is, honestly. This is the first time for everything. Oh no, I'm coming to get you out of there. Honestly, it's been a nice vacation. Working all by myself. Oh, that was a little bit more difficult, but I feel like it's just very straightforward if you just like keep going. I imagine the other harder ones are gonna be the other side as well. I'm impressed you guys made it here. All you can see from the prison now is a total mess. Everything is ruined and destroyed. Alas, what should we do about this? Hanu grunts 3 times in a row. This is probably the most agitated he has ever spoken. Yes, you're right. Go on. Boss Hanu said this was an accident, and it couldn't defeat us. Back then, Soul God was our dream. Boss Stone took it away from us and forced us to a life of abject despair. So he and his men were overthrown. This time, will do the same to overcome all challenges. So I'm guessing like Boss Stone is probably like the IPC, a representation of the IPC, right? Stone, right? The idea of the stones. Next, we're looking for a lost companion to transform Dreamville to true paradise through sheer determination. Did he really say all that? It's poor to add a little artistic flair to the words, I understand. Anyway, it's time we hit the road for freedom, for So Glad. Just like that, the two of you and Hanu, okay. I agree. Okay. So we have all of the shallow ones. Congratulations on completing the full story of the Dream Bubble. What do you think of the story? Did anything happen in real life is a good question, but I think it's a representation of stuff. Dr. Everick doesn't give guarantees on the veracity of this Dream Bubble content. A dream is a dream, but enjoy it. And as the Dream Bubble is undergoing the testing development stage, the developers have enlisted my help to carry out a survey regarding its content. Now I'll ask you a few questions. What do you think was the true reason behind the prisoners' riot? It was, Boston. Well, okay. Are they saying like it is, it's the oppression, right? Noted. In your opinion, was the key factor that led to the success of the rebellion? The prison. See, the right answer for them is Hanu's leadership, but I think it's everybody, right? I see. Lastly, do you believe the prison's plan to transform Dreamville would be successful? I do not. I can tell you really immerse yourself in the Dream Bubble, however, true history may not be as interesting. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the experience. If you find the gameplay in the Dream Bubble fun, I suggest you try the stages that follow. Deep Dreamscape. There'll be fewer plot elements in the stage, but the developers have prepared various challenges that come with amazing rewards. Don't miss it. I actually do want to try them, actually. Yeah. So there's 5 in there. Oh, there's not 5 in there. Okay, it's just 2 in some of the sections. Well, that makes sense, because some of them can be a little bit more difficult. But, like, let's do them. Let's do them, and then we'll, after this, we're going to be doing some other missions as well. It's not going to be that large of a video as well, by the way. Like, I just wanted to try out some of, like, the other missions at the same time, too. So when multiple pinball machines exist, you can first fire the shot another pinball machine as an interchange stop, then fly to the last pinball machine as an eventual destination. So let's try this out. So a stop and then a destination. Okay, so start that there. Is that okay? Well, we have to make it over there, though, right? Oh, maybe we'll regain our energy if we go there. Because now we can deactivate this stuff, right? And gain our energy back. Yeah, very fun. Okay. That works. Yeah, that works very well. Next challenge. I guess you just start from here. Oh man, look at this. They're gonna get like very hard, aren't they? So again, we can't. We have to get probably over to the other pinball stage as quick as possible. So if we go over there now, we can swap over again. They're like stopping stations, I guess. Let's see. So we have deactivate, right? We close all these to gain all our energy back. Where are we now, by the way? We're here. So we start here. And we go here. Oh, we go this way. And then we go like this. And then we go like this. And then hopefully this will get us where we need to go. Wait, no. Hopefully this will get us where we need to go, yeah. Like, they're just, again, it's like the mini games that we already love. I think Penacony is so rich and amazing with mini games that it's like, you know, it makes sense to have these type of mini games here as well. They're very, very fun. Okay, so we have over here. I was thinking we got me trying to walk over there. Okay, we activate this. Activate this. Activate this. Activate this. Activate this. Because that's gonna be in the way, right? So we made a mistake somewhere. There we go. Okay. First of all, let's erase these as well to get some more energy. And that should just get us over there then, right? No, it's not. And that should get us over here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. I like to think like it's one of those things where you just have to change course once and then we got it, right? Makes sense. Man, it's so crazy for Honkai Star Rail because you were able to redo events. Like you can get, if you do all the events in this game, like as a new player, like say me, right? Like you can say I don't know if you can call me still. I still think I'm a new player technically, but like I've been playing since like April, right? Which is crazy, by the way. It feels like way less. You guys feel the same way? It does not feel like we've been playing for, what was it, like April, May, June, July, August, September. We've been playing for 6 months. It does not feel that way. This has gone by in a flash. Such a flash. Yeah, as long as you manage your energy, you're fine as well, by the way. So that'll take us back. No, we're going back to the start. That's not what we want. Right? That's the start, right? That's where we started. We do not want that. We need to rotate somewhere. We need to rotate somewhere. Yeah, okay. Get rid of this energy here. I'm trying to see if this will work. Get rid of this energy here. Get rid of this energy here. Get rid of this here. Yeah, okay. That's what we have to do, yeah. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Then we have the next challenge as well. Like, these are just, like, really simplistic and fun. You know what I mean? I'm having a good time. Like, honestly, like, with all the emotional, like... Oh, my God. All the emotional distress we had recently. Believe it or not, I'm actually, like, very, Can we rotate this as well, by the way? We can... Okay, that's right so far. That's right as well. That's right as well, because I would just go into a block. That's right as well. That is also right. No, we got something wrong along the way. We got something wrong along the way. What did we get wrong along the way? No. Hold on a second here. This one here. Hopefully this will be the last one. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Okay. Yeah. We just have to go further. Absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. What a day. What a day for all of us. Oh, and that's it? What? Is that me or did that just go by so quickly? That went by so quickly. And we get to play these minigames. It's like my dream. It's legitimately my freaking dream, you know? Dreamville Boss, just a bunch of people feeling good about themselves. I want to get out of here to go out the outside. I'm not doing hard labor with the rest of you. So again, talking about how everyone just wants to feel good, and I guess in the dreamscape as well. Okay, so can we move this back? We can then move this around here like this, and then move it forward. And then somehow, yeah, there we go. Okay, perfect. Got it. And then, oh wait, okay. The mirror was already in the right position. Okay. Oh, no. Imagine the mirror was in the right position again. That'd be perfect. That'd be so perfect. If it was in the right place, it'd be great. What in the world was I saying? How did I become so selfish and uncaring? No, think about yourself sometimes. It's okay. Please don't let me take my words. I want to build Dreamville with all of you. You do not need to worry about that whatsoever. And then we have another one. Boss Stone isn't as nasty as y'all say. Instead of fighting tooth and nail all day, how about you enjoy a little life with little me? No, life will live with me, by the way. Let's do this as well. That should work, right? No, because there's like a little... There it is, yeah. There was like a little space there. And then I'm going to move the mirror again with this over here just in case. I'm going to move this here. Okay, that wasn't my intention, but it worked out. That happens so many times in these minigames, by the way, where you're like, I wonder how to do this, and then all of a sudden it works. Oh, there was so naive back then, so short-sighted. The danger isn't over, we must be ready for anything at all times. Next challenge. The town's Soul Glad supply has been exhausted with Soul Glad. I feel like worms are crawling over my body. Ugh. Soul Glad, I need it now. Yeah, and like to talk, I guess like while we're doing this as well, I want to like, I guess like talk about like the experience of penacony so far. Like I genuinely believe that like penacony is like one of the most well-written stories I've gotten to play on the channel thus far. It's been a, it's been a combination of like the most harrowing time I've ever had in a game. And also at the same time, like one of the most beautiful experiences I've had. For me, like I really like, I truly really believe that, can we do it this way? That with, oh, double whammy. With penacony, like, it is a story that is already, like, it's ready-made to be, a bit sad, right? I know that sounds weird to say, but it's like a story that's like already makes sense that, like, it's a sad story, right? And literally what I mean by that is that, like, you have people dreaming all the time, right? You have people dreaming in a world that is like unfair to like most, you know? That's not fair for people to, for everyone to live in, right? It's not like, oh, like this is a, sorry, here we go. Maybe this, no, that's not gonna work either. And when I say like it's the world's unfair, I just mean in general, like in terms of like, is this something we can move? In general, like how many horrible things happen to adventuring, for example. So we can just somehow get that into there. How is this gonna work? So we can go down this path now. This is a hard one. But yeah, but I think they utilize the idea of dreams versus like someone like, you know, Aventurine being like a dreamless character, like in such a fantastic way that I can only like, you know, give constant praise to this absolutely magical experience I've had so far. I do not know what the solution is to this. Are these the only ones we can move? So you move that over there. What is, like here, I guess? Would that not work out? Oh, it was just a mirror. Okay, okay. We had it kind of right. We just, the mirror was in the bad place. Okay, no problem. Without Soul Glad with me, my body feels more free, like the soda isn't essential after all. So it's like now you're like without the Soul Glad, which, you know, could be again a representation of the lies. I think Soul Glad is a representation of lies that are fed to people in Penacony. Are you feeling like a little bit freer now that you don't have that like inside your system? Could that possibly be it? This place is so boring now. Where's that Dreamville vibe? Look like more like a giant waste of barely decorated concrete. If it were to me, I'd plaster gold all over the walls and give them a jewel to sleep on. Why does no one agree with my brilliant ideas? And like my whole perspective on dreams and the idea of like a perfect universe, right? Has always been like the same thing. I'm not a believer in the idea of like escapism to a degree that they did in Penacony, right? I think that everyone needs a bit of escapism sometimes. I think everyone deserves to have like everyone deserves to have a time where they get to like switch off, right? Everyone deserves to have like a time where they don't have to think about like all the horrible things in life, and they can actually have like a you know, only have to think about like, okay, what's the what episode of like Friends will I watch today? You know what I mean? Can we move this over here maybe? I think this is right. I think the issue is just the placement of the mirror maybe? Yeah. But I'm also like not a believer in the idea of people like, you know, staying in a dream for so long that they no longer like are able to even progress forward, that they're at a stage in their lives where like, you know, they're you know, hiding from, again, it's so understandable to want to hide for all the bad things in life. So he says, Dreamville is only just a burgeon, but there are not enough resources to waste on such frivolities. I'll do things within my power to contribute to the town's growth. Like, it's totally understandable for someone to want to escape all the horrible things in life. It makes perfect sense, right? But obviously, like, with anything, there's a catch. With anything, there's a seedy underbelly, right? It's the same thing with absolutely... And it's just, in our own life, we have the thing where it's like, you know... Soul Glad to me is like, as I said, the representation of like the lies that are fed to people in Penacony, that everything's okay, that you need Soul Glad. Soul Glad's amazing. Soul Glad's good for the soul. Whilst like I also think that like the this idea of like, you know, you can live your own life and do anything you want is so permeated into people's brains that we even saw someone got attacked in the dreamscape, and the reaction to it was like, it's cool, like, you know, it's like, I'll just move on to the next dream, you know. Because even that doesn't faze them, because they're like, no, there's no way this thing can't just be the most amazing thing in the world. And now we know there's also like a big danger behind the dreamscape as well, as exposed by like, and going to be exposed by like now with Adventuring the IPC and of Acheron and all these characters. So we know that like, you know, living in a dream is never just as simple as just living a happy life. It's never that simple. While we want it, it's never just as simple as we're going to live this happy life forever. You know what I mean? It's never that simple. Boss Stone is like, are downright nasty. If I don't beat them all to pulp, I won't be satisfied. It's never that simple, is it? This here. Lovely stuff. Should we try the mirror right away? Can only move in two directions. This can move over here, so I wonder can I move in, yeah, there. Oh, there we go, okay. Totally planned. Not some random chance here as well. And like in terms of like my impression, because I feel like I don't get to talk about my impression of him enough, and we'll talk about obviously in the main story as well, hopefully, you know. But like my impression is always like so far with like Sunday and his like idea with I get a sense from Sunday's character that he's not fully like a dreamscape believer either, if that makes sense. I don't think that he's like generally like you know, sitting there going like, oh my god, like this is perfect. I think that like, you know, it's something that he has to uphold. We're gonna see like how he reacts to, I guess, like a bit of pushback now as well. But again, we what just happened to him, we don't know what's gonna be happening in the future with that character. So we need to move this over here, by the way. How do we get that? Is this something to do with this? That seems right. That's the only thing. And that seems right as well, but like we can't get to it unless it's this. Man, I don't. Sometimes I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing with this. It has to be this though, right? I know like it's not now. So what if we move the mirror to here? And move that there. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay. No, it doesn't make more sense, so does it? Oh, it's under. Okay, there we go. That's fine. That was a tougher one. Thank you, Fred. I was a bit rash with that. So yeah, with Sunday, like my thoughts on his character is that like what happened to him there with Gallagher, if he is like gone, if that's him gone, whatever, it's either like his like you know, maybe something similar to what happened to Firefly, because we saw the bubbles go for Firefly, but then again they might have a different method of what again, we don't know what happened exactly with Firefly. We're gonna figure that out maybe in the next act as well. But if Sunday is gone, I think his being gone is going to have like massive ripple effects in this world in some, because how do you like you know, we're already hiding Robin's, you know, departure. How do you hide Sunday's departure as well, you know? Someone who is so front facing, kind of like the political face, I think, as well, of Penacony. But yeah, I love Penacony so far. I think it's so interesting with all the different factions and all the different ideals. There's so many different stories, and it really felt like Act 2 of Penacony was like a final act of any story. It really felt that way. Defeating Boston will not happen overnight. We need to properly devise a plan. Like, it's so cool that from every single side of Penacony, we're getting more and more interesting characters, right? Like, I'm literally at a state when I'm playing in Penacony that I'm like constantly just like, oh, what does this person think? What does that person think? What does Acheron think? Oh, what's Aventury going to think at this moment? Well, obviously, we don't have Aventury with us anymore. What's Dr. Ratio going to think at this moment? I'm either crying, I'm like glued to the screen with intrigue, I'm terrified. Like, it's such an amazing place so far, and I think it's just like so well done. Whether it be the propaganda that they're spewing forward about Penacony, the idea of the Veil and like you know, Aventuриne's past, Acheron's true identity and like how she's like a public enemy here in Penacony, Dr. Ratio's help in the betrayal of tricking of Sunday and Aventurine's departure, and you know how the Astral Express is all going to come into play with this now, but now Boot Hill and Don Hug are in this. There's so many things that are involved in that now that I'm just so excited for. It's so cool. It's just legitimately just like a lot of like a lot. It's legitimately a lot. There's so many things, and they set it up perfectly to the point that like whatever like the next act is bringing, I know it's going to be absolutely incredible. I'm super excited for it. But yeah, to give I think it might be fun as well when we're doing this, to give an interpretation of every single character, like not every single character, but all the characters, like the characters we met in Penacony so far, and also talk about who my favorite characters are and stuff like this as well. I think it might be a fun idea. So obviously, I think the cast of characters is strong. I think it's a strong as heck cast of characters. It's actually quite incredible what they've been able to do with that cast. Like, as I said, the different ideals, the different personalities, the different backstories, the emotions that they all have, the feelings that they all like portray. Every scene with every single character in Penacony so far has been this thing where like I said, I'm glued to the screen. But just like in terms of like, okay. In terms of like the quality of characters, like incredible, right? Just went to paranormal equipment room, but ended up being trapped here. Thanks for your help, tweet. Looks like Dreamville is still not totally safe. I'll be more careful in the future, tweet. That's okay. Yeah, just be careful as you said. you know, you have someone like Acheron, who like started off to me as like a total mystery. You know what I mean? Someone who like, again, I felt this connection with Stell. And it turns out that like, sometimes you can find heavy items in place. Oh yeah, we did this before. Didn't we drop in the items? For sure, yeah. Lovely. Lovely stuff. But yeah, like we start off with this like unbelievably like interesting mystery aspect to this. Oh, there's, I guess we can transform. Oh, to get up here, I guess, and then transform again. Of Acheron. And she still is like a very mysterious character, but then we found out, of course, that she was like the emanator of nihility, which is like the emanator should not be. She's a character who like, you know, is terrifying with their power, but also like surprisingly enough, like I don't feel the need to like, not distrust them, but like, I'm happy to go on journeys with them now. And I think that while they're like, yeah, a scary character when it comes to their power, I love the design. I love talking to them. They're such an interesting character. I couldn't imagine like the penacony story without them now at this stage. I'm expanding territory of the Dreamville, tweet. What happened there was an accident, tweet. I must go back to right over this hazard. Like, we have like a character who was so like, again, just secretive, but had this energy of like getting involved constantly in the stuff that was happening here. We went from like this total like I wanted to learn more about her to being like scared of her to being like, I wanted to learn more about her again. Even after like we left her there to fight Sam, like how interesting of a character is Acheron, that instead of like fighting Sam to the death, right, fighting Firefly to the death, by the way, she's able to just be like, you know, talk him down and have like one of the most interesting conversations. That's Acheron. Acheron is powerful as heck, but one of the most like informative and wise and like interesting characters that you can't help but be gripped at every moment when you're talking to her. Every single moment. She's such an interesting character. Firefly, who's now back. Sweetheart of a character. Her being a stellar hunter makes me love her even more. It does not deter me. I'm a big stellar hunter fan. Always have been. Kafka's amazing. But now, honestly, what's so interesting about Firefly is like, yes, she was like a sweet character. I do believe her story is still about the stuff with like the disintegration stuff like that as well. But I think that what makes it so interesting now as well is that she was one of the most aggressively like angry characters as Sam. Like to the point that like when Sam first appeared, Sam was like the most terrifying of all the stellar hunters to me. So now we have this dynamic. Tweet. Of course I wasn't trying to keep fighting those bad guys, tweet. Still, even heroes get tired too. It's time to go back and recuperate, tweet. You know what I mean? Like it's like one of those things where like like a character who is so lovely to us and has been so nice to us turns out to be a character who clearly, in my view, has a lot of frustrations. And we know that Firefly already had like those feelings as it pertained to, you know, her condition and stuff as well, which is a big deal. How do you get past this? Which is a massive deal. But I also sense in Sam, and I guess now in Firefly, there is a large amount of frustration when it comes to the idea of Elio's script and the idea of like staying on the one path, trying, and again, even they said it last time, I was trying to meet you, Stell, 11 times. 11 times I tried to meet you, and now I finally got to meet you. They sell Sam's frustration so well and mix it with Firefly's sadness. So now you have a character that honestly is like one of the most, do we have to wait to push it? Is just one of the most interesting characters in the game as well, and I can't wait to see more from them as well. Boot Hill is a new character that got introduced. I actually really like the design. I always say, like, I'm not a massive fan. Oh. I'm not always huge on... What? Get onto there now. I'm not always huge on the idea of the design of like, I love characters' hairs, right? Character hairstyle. I love that, right? And you guys know I'm not always huge on like, you rescue me from the danger of water. However, who's there to rescue your soul? Everything we've done is an illusion. The pursuit of the better life is only possible in a dream. I can hardly imagine how harsh the path ahead for you will be. Okay. Like, I understand that, like for me, I love his hair, but I need to see the back of it as well, because, like, we haven't really got a good look at it, right? We haven't got a really good look at it. I have, like, this thing where, like, sometimes, like, I think a character could be so amazing and so lovely for the front that then they will have this weird thing going on with the back of their hair sometimes, which is interesting. But he's still a very pretty character. Love the sharp teeth, and we don't know enough about him yet, but he seems like a very, like, suave and debonair character who, like, is just really nice to talk to, I guess. And I actually, like, really, like, because he seems like he has, like, an honor code, right? And that's, like, a good thing, right? It's, whilst he's a character who is clearly willing to, you know, shoot if needs be, and that's what we saw there. He was willing to shoot Dan Heng because he was worried that Dan Heng was an imposter. He wasn't just trying to shoot Dan Heng because he, like, hated Dan Heng. He was like, if I don't shoot you first, there's a chance there's a bullet in my head, which makes him a very cautious character. But since he's a Galaxy Ranger, he seems to follow the code of, like, you know, the bottom line they have, which is, like, I think a bottom line of respect, in my opinion, personally. I think it's actually not a bad honor code, but they can do anything they want to pass that at that point too. But yeah, very interesting design. It's one of those things where, like I would have loved a full cowboy getup, like I said last time, but I think what's so cool about Honkai is that, you know, you'll always have some futuristic aspect on someone's design, right? And that makes it, like, unique to its own game, I suppose, as well. Sunday, as we were saying, we talked about Sunday a little bit. We haven't done combat a bit. Let's do some combat. We haven't talked, but yeah, Sunday, we were talking about them just there. To me, like, again, another sad character to me. A character who, like, follows his religion to a, like, to a very dedicated degree, or at least utilizes his religion to a very dedicated degree. We know that, like, you know, the family uses the harmony as a very symbiotic relationship in terms of, like, they, you know, utilize me, I utilize you. But it's also, like, very clear to me as well that, like, the anger that Sunday is feeling towards all these characters around here comes from the fact that, like, his sister is indeed gone, right? And he's been trying to find out the true extent of this. And, like, here's the thing. I can, like, sit here and say, like, you know, like, maybe you should act in this, maybe you should act in that way. And, like, yeah, 100% what he did to Aventurine was not a good thing. Like, let's be honest here. But I can also 100%, even as, like, a massive Aventurine fan, acknowledge the fact that I don't think anyone, I generally don't think any single, did we mess it up? I generally don't think any singular person, we might have to go that way. And first of all, I don't think most people in penacony are acting rationally. I want to say, make that perfectly clear right away. But I think that in general, he's not thinking straight at all. But yeah, his devoutness to, like, or at least his use of the harmony is very scary. The anger in his eyes is always so well pronounced. He's a character who clearly, like, so far anyway, from what we get from it, what we learned from Sunday, who does have admiration from his sister. But I think there's also, like, a guilt in his eyes, because it seems like he didn't spend as much time as maybe he wanted to with his sister. So there is, like, this feeling of, like, maybe, like, a guilt in his eyes, and at the same time as well, an anger that she was gone as well, because the letters that they wrote to each other, and the letters that were written to him, had that idea of, like, hey, we don't spend enough time together, I know you're busy and all this stuff too, and that has to hurt, right? And you can see that in his eyes. It's, like, super well done in that sense. To me anyway, it's super well done. Gallagher is a character now we don't really know much about after everything that happened. Just being honest, we don't know much about him now because of all the terrifying things that just happened. He's an amalgamation somehow of every single member of the Wolf family. Maybe the story that he told us was still partially true, and I think there probably is some truth to the story he told us about how they were treated. But I still think also at the same time, if he killed Robin, we definitely can't trust him. You know, we can't. And it seems like everyone has secrets in penacony, right? That seems like it's a land of secrets. And again, it is a land of, like, veils and secrecy anyway. But, like, still, it seems like there is, like, a nature to penacony that is, like, everyone has a secret. Everyone has, like, something they're hiding, you know what I mean?
Let's settle this.
Doesn't matter who you are at that stage, too.
To betray my
honestly.
customers, I charge extra.
It's very interesting in that sense, too. But yeah, we don't know much about him anymore. We really don't. At all. Black Swan,
The human body is
to me, like, a
beautiful.
absolutely stunning character. And what so interests me about Black Swan is that she's a character that, like has like a lot of mystery to her. But she also has a very comfort and energy to me. And maybe that's just, like, me who feels that way. I don't know if you guys felt that too. Whilst Black Swan is, like, again, terrifying in a mysterious way. She seems, like, so powerful, but, like, there's like a feeling of, like, And maybe this is naive, right? Because she's obviously not telling us the full truth of everything all the time, right? But there's a more comfort in Black Swan's protection of Stell than there is in most things in Penacony. There's a feeling of like, okay, like, I know she's not perfect and I know this isn't a perfect scenario, but I know that what she's saying about Stell is true. You know what I mean? And that to me is like, good, you know? And it's not that she like has to care about Stell, right? I think it's more of a case where like, I know for a fact that she definitely... where are we going here? So we activated this. So is this to get this again? Yeah. I know that like whilst like she it's not like this magical like, oh, she cares so much about her, you know? It's more of a case maybe even of like, wait, is this where we have to go? I'm gonna try to go back up here. I think it's there we have to go, right? I do think she's honest when she says she wants Stell to survive, right? And there's a comfort to that as well. There's a mysterious aspect to her character, and there's a comfort to her character as well. She's also just like very like well designed. She's a really cool design. I like her a lot. Other characters as well. We already know Dr. Ratio wouldn't really count as like as a Penacony character, but like I love his relationship with Aventurine. It's one of the most beautiful things in the world. It showcases once again what Skrullum said was actually true. And Skrullum didn't mean like you're generally a medical doctor, right? He didn't say like you're more of a medical doctor in a literal sense. He meant it in a spiritual sense. You know, Dr. Ratio is a character who like, how do we get this, I wonder? Dr. Ratio is a character who like cares about people more than he would ever like people to know. You know? Oh, I see. Sorry. No, is it that? Wait. No, okay. Is there one down here? There's one there. But yeah, he's more caring than people want to know, and like even I think he does care about Aventurine in his own way as well. He also has a big soft spot for the idea of potential and people having potential. So it doesn't surprise me either at the same time too. Is like a combination of like feeling sorry for Aventurine, actually admiring Aventurine's determination. What are we gonna do here? Admiring Aventurine's determination. Whilst also, is it... Oh, there's one there. Is this... Yeah, okay. We need to get onto that wall somehow. Admiring Aventurine's determination. While also just having more of a care for humans than a lot of the other people. Maybe even in the IPC. We need to get up there somehow on that wall. Should we try go here? Yeah. But yeah, his moments with Aventurine there, like, will stick with me forever. That note as well, and the trust in Aventurine, obviously the trust in, like that Aventurine was gonna, like, you know, even though, like, I think that he, like, at times was kind of like, you don't have a plan, do you? And obviously Aventurine did have a plan of some sort. But in a way, let's get this here as well. He still gave his support, and I think that's, again, more than a lot of, like, IPC members would give to Aventurine, I feel like. So there's 3 now, so where do we go from here? So we go back, so I guess just back up here? Possibly? Is this gonna work out? I don't think so, because it's just gonna delete itself, right? No, it's not. Let's go back. Yeah, I love Aventurine's character as well. Sparkle as a character, one of the most terrifying characters thus far. She's a character to me that, like, wait, did we go up here? Wait, oh wait, no, because we activated multiple. Wait, oh, we didn't need to activate that one over there. So we actually could activate this, right? Yeah. Yes. I think there is an element to Sparkle where there is like this feeling of like she wants to obviously start stuff all the time. She wants to have mischief all the time as well. But I do sense that there is like an element of loneliness sometimes to Sparkle's character, where we said this before, where it's like she's a character that like can't ever truly get close to anybody, because even when she's pretending to be someone, she only takes the aspects of people that are like not their best aspects, right? Which is again showcases that she like sees humans in a different way maybe than other people do. Even now she's pretending to be Robin, which is very insensitive. It's very horrible. But yeah, as a character herself, she's someone again who loves that mischief, who loves that fun. But it's also another, again, one of those things like in Penacony where it's like, yes, I'm terrified of her. Yes, whenever she shows up, it's like, oh my god, here she is. Jesus Christ, what are we gonna do? But then she's like also just one of the most intriguing characters ever. Obviously, like again, it's like it's not about liking her as a personality or like as a person, right? There are aspects of her personality I absolutely despise as a person, and I've talked about this before. But that doesn't change the fact that she's like just one of the like most like, and it's her terrifying aspects that make her so interesting in Penacony. It's the fact that she is dropped into this playpen known as Penacony in this dream place, and she's been causing havoc. She's been giving out little drops of hints here or there. She's been being so like I don't know what you say, like her mystery is almost like just as like, again, I use the word terrifying. She's handing out that, like, she tried to hand that device to some random person, that exploding device she wants to make. Like, whatever she is planning terrifies me, whatever it is. But yeah, she's an interesting character as well. Who else do we meet here on Penacony itself? We didn't get enough. I'm not going to talk about Robin because we didn't get to talk with them enough. We did not get to talk or learn about them enough. We did not. But she is like the symbol of Penacony, right? Is she around here now? Is there a poster around here? Usually there it is. Yeah, she is a symbol of Penacony. She's a shining beacon of Penacony. And that's the way I see her right now. She is like the symbol of like, while the Watchmaker is like the symbol of hope in Penacony, she is like the symbol of like the dream itself. She is like this magical, beautiful person that everyone can look towards as like, oh my god, she's so amazing, you know? If she's here, if she's smiling, the world is okay, you know? And it gives them that kind of like comfort, I think, as well at the same time too. Let's see as well. Oh yeah, sure, Aventurine. Aventurine is the character who is my favorite character in Penacony. He's a character that is so, was so sad to me. A character who lived his whole life in pain and in suffering, slavery. His whole life as a gambler, had no problem gambling his own death away because he saw death as the idea of freedom. Hey, if I lose, at least I'm free, you know? Never getting to actually truly rest anywhere, never truly have time for himself, and now, in the saddest way possible, it feels like he does finally have like time to like treat himself, you know? Like he's time to like just relax and not gamble. He no longer has to do any of that gambling right now. He doesn't have to answer to anyone in the IPC right now. He doesn't have to answer anyone on Penacony. He's not a slave, I guess you could say that way too. But his character moved me so much as just a character who, you know, was again, the way they described him. He had no dreams. He had no hopes for the future. All he wanted to do was see his family again. He was a character that was told he was lucky from birth. He was a character that was like, that had that pressure on him. So through his whole life, he believed that he had to be lucky. This idea of like, well, I can win one more, that gambler fallacy, right? The gambler's fallacy, I'm already in too deep. And that kept him going for so long. He like had the personality of like of a deep gambler who was like, no problem, just keep gambling, because eventually I will win, right? There's that hope of eventually I will win. And really, he never got to come to terms with the trauma in his past or even like the stuff that might happen in his future. And those beautiful moments with him as a kid as well, talking to him as a kid. It just showcases like that, like he never really got to have that childhood. He never really got to like come to terms with what happened to him as a kid. And how could you really? And this was his way, I feel like, as well, as he was like, you know, waving off at himself as he left, of kind of like finally like giving that himself as a kid, like this kind of like treatment that he deserved to have as a kid. And he gave it to himself. And he finally got to like take a rest. You know what I mean? Take a rest. I know that's a horrible way to put it, but it seems that way anyway. Okay, so we did that. There's another question. I got to be really careful because sometimes they put me into the opposite menu. I think the next one we're going to do is, I think it's called Fleeting Lights is the one I want to do. Where is it here? Fleeting Lights. I think there's a possibility that I already started this at some point because maybe it started me just in a random place. Is that just Topaz over there having a good time?
We have to find it.
How's my trailblazer? Oh yeah, we got like new rewards. cool. And you get 3 if you do the mission upgrade. Okay. Look at this strange occurrence. Okay, so yeah, I think I started when you just talked about the strange occurrence, I guess. Is this it? You scrutinize every leaf in a rhizome, turn over every piece of dirt, and do not find anything suspicious. Oh, it's in this area. It's legit. Oh! Well, look at this. A mirror catches your eye, you're confused. Where's the mirror from? You don't remember there being a mirror on the express. I thought we saw this before, no? Maybe I'm just misremembering stuff? What's even strange is that everyone else on the train seems to turn a blind eye to the sudden appearance of the mirror. Maybe you should recheck the mirror and ask others about it. If you want to save time, you should check it yourself. So you have to ask, like, wait. Oh, ask others. Yeah, sure.
Did they send for you as well? Looks like Pom Pom is quite serious.
It does seem like a serious mission, doesn't it? What's the deal with that mirror?
Mirror?
The one right there. Oh, no.
Looks like Mr. Yang really
That
can't
and now
see it.
you know what else is gonna think about that for today. What was Stell talking about, you know? That is kind of scary.
Oh, hey. Thanks for coming.
What's the deal with that mirror?
What are you talking about? What mirror?
Oh my god, the one right
I
there.
don't see a mirror.
So only Stell can see it. Do we ask Pom Pom about it?
Have you found something?
Yeah, the mirror.
Papa knew something strange was going on.
Wait, so you see it too?
Come on. Think of something.
Think of something. So we guess we have to investigate the strange mirror. Let's go. You approach the mirror and see a figure slowly emerging in it, but it doesn't look like you at all. In the mirror is a girl in the hood and her face hidden by a strange mask, making it impossible to make out her appearance. Before you can react, the girl steps out of the mirror.
Wow. So
Whoa.
this is the Astral Express.
That's like the people who had the Garden of Recollection, right? That we saw before, right? We saw someone like this. I think at least similar design, right? Take this, you monster! Before any words are spoken, you see your baseball bat at the girl. No, I was just joking. The bat goes through her body and through the mirror, as if they don't exist.
Wait a minute. I'm not one of the bad
Honestly,
guys.
I kind of like respect Honkai Star Rail that they let us do that. You know what I mean? Even if it didn't hit, it's kind of very respectful.
I'm a messenger from the Garden
Yeah.
of Recollection. I will be staying on the express from now on.
What do you mean staying with us from now
Very
on?
nice
Just
to meet you.
hanging out with us? It's nice to meet you too.
Thank you. You're a friendly one. However, I should still explain. Garden of Recollection is an organization that worships the Aeon Fuli. As a messenger for the remembrance, we surrendered our worldly bodies and traversed the universe in the form of memes to search the stars on behalf of Fuli for the most precious memories.
Oh, okay, so they can they become memes as well. Because again, I think I at first I thought the idea of a meme was just the death meme, but memes can be a bunch of different things, right? As well, and represent a bunch of different things as well, or be represented by a bunch of different things.
Seeing that I'm able to be here, you must have already come to understand the concept of remembrance and the Garden of Recollection.
Okay.
The memories that you possess have activated a pathway for the Garden of Recollection to make copies and implant me into
What?
your thoughts.
Wait, so because we understand the concept of remembrance and now our memories have been so already so varied and wild that they've been implanted into our thoughts?
We can actually just follow you without being noticed.
Hey.
However, the Garden of Recollection believes that you're special. The memories that you possess are extremely rare and precious, and it's very likely there will be even more in the future.
As well. And again, we know that Black Swan believes our memories are going to be amazing in the future too, right?
That's why I thought it'd be best if I introduced myself to you. I noticed that you've also received the concept of memo snatchers. The Garden of Recollection wouldn't want you to mistake us for thieves or crooks. Everything we do is for a higher purpose.
Right, so there's are memo snatchers people who steal people's memories, right? But the Garden of Recollection is saying, hey, we don't do that, right? We do it for a higher purpose. And I generally do believe that they get high on the idea of memories, right? They love the idea of other people's memories. They love, and that's why Stell is so valuable, is because Stell's memories are going to be incredible.
I believe we've become acquainted now.
Okay. Hey, I got a new friend. When did I come across those things before? What is your noble cause? I actually want to know this as well, yeah.
We want to prevent the universe from being forgotten because of the destruction.
That actually makes a lot of sense. It's like, you know, it's like when people keep documents from the past, it's like and they make them protected documents so they prevent so they prevent like things from being lost and like, so it's you know what I mean, because like it's literally like, it reminds me of like if a fire burns down a library or like a very old like a museum and it's like all this stuff is gone, but they're trying to prevent the idea of like destruction from destroying so much that the things that are destroyed aren't forgotten.
Even if all matter is annihilated, it can continue to live on in the form of memory.
Honestly, it is like to me, like it's not a bad cause, especially with like the destruction what it will be able to do when we know like our journey is heading towards the nuke.
There is actually something that I need, so I'll get right to it. The Garden of Recollection wants to preserve your memories.
Ah, we know Black Swan is after this idea too, right?
But don't worry, we won't take it from you. We just want to make a copy of the precious moments. You can see it as a trade between us.
What's the trade?
This is the Forgotten Hall, created specially to store your memories. We hope that you can visit this place regularly to rekindle your lost memories. The Garden of Recollection will extract the memories they want and give you something in return, in the form of matter and light cones.
Oh, that's pretty good, right?
Come, I swear on the memories of my past self that you won't be at a loss for anything.
And like, and you know what's so interesting? Because I talked to Black Swan already, like I genuinely believe that they don't want to like hurt me or anything, you know? I genuinely believe that they want me to live on and make all these memories. So I guess we can try it out here?
Do you want to enter the Forgotten
I actually
Hall?
do. I actually do. So new memory obtained, last vegetable. Okay, so we can actually like, okay, enter the Voyage of Navis Austrager unlocked. Voyage of Navis Austrager, okay. And then I unlock some memory of some kind and we get gifts for our memories? Wait, what? What is this? It's a full combat thing? Wait. Wait, what? Is this because we fought this? Oh, wait, okay.
They don't look happy to see us.
Let's wait and see.
Does that hurt?
Yeah, I don't think it's enemy to give us too much trouble.
Repay. You chose the wrong enemy.
We'll say, yeah, already like I think the other enemies. Yeah, not at all. Not at all.
Don't get
it's
complacent.
Fine. Oh my god. Hey! Hands up! Hands up! Pretty mysterious lady coming through.
Eternal sleep. The dead return.
Stand still. Good times. Time to say bye.
Boom.
Boom.
So and then we get, excuse me, sorry, then we get a memory from this as well. We get like materials and stuff. Okay, that's pretty cool.
What is it? Are you not feeling well?
I'm feeling okay, right? I don't think I'm, no, we're definitely not. Look at the hand of the head. I don't feel like I'm used to this. Of course, like, I imagine that like, you know, messing with your own memories and like implanting your own memories in something and copying your memories would feel weird, right? It would feel very weird. Oh, look at Stell.
That's how it is the first time.
Okay.
From now on, all you have to do is enter the Forgotten Hall periodically, and we'll give you an abundant amount of rewards.
Very cool.
About me being on the Astral Express, it'd be best if you kept it between the two of us. I won't reveal myself to your companions, so make sure you don't tell
Look
them
at Stell. She's just like, oh god.
Okay?
No, I have to tell them.
If that's the case, the Garden of Recollection will have to block out
Oh
their memories.
wow.
I really don't
And they
have
did
a
this
choice.
to march with it. We
Please
know they
don't
can do
make me
this.
Do that. Alrighty then. Just step close to the mirror if you ever want to find me.
Thank you. That's cool, right? Okay. Wait, we're gonna tell the truth to the Astro Express crew about what's happening here? But their memories are gonna get blocked, right?
Did you find anything?
I do not want them to someone messing with their heads, right?
An Inquisition spirit? On the Express?
Yeah, these creatures do suddenly pop up sometimes and start questioning the first person they see. What did it ask you?
You know, the reason why I lied, guy, I wouldn't usually lie to this crew. I love this crew to pieces, but I don't want anyone messing with their heads if we can avoid it. You know what I mean? It asked why does 1 equal 2. It asked me what it should ask me. I'd ask if anything joyous happened recently.
This actually confirms a theory that I've always had. It seems
Oh,
like
no.
Inquisition spirits are a creation of the
And Will seems so excited. He's like, oh my god, my theory.
Pom-Pom doesn't care whose creation it is. It has to go.
Pom-Pom is such like dad energy. We're not picking up this person in our car.
Indeed. Welt, do you know what to do?
Don't worry, it should be gone by now. Inquisition spirits only ask one
Oh my
question
God.
at a time that will go elsewhere once it gets an answer.
This feels like lying to your parents when your parents are really good. You know what I mean? When you have really good parents and you have to lie to them, like you lie to them or whatever, you know? Like, it obviously feels terrible. Like, I just don't want their memories getting messed with. You know what I mean? And that's what would have happened.
That should do it.
That's awful though, isn't it? So now this thing that's been here all this time is actually like a different mission here. Yeah, no, that felt terrible. Welt was so excited about what was like, I see.
Thank you. I'm sorry you had to lie, but please do understand. We have our own rules at the Garden.
Here's the thing,
of
I will always side
Recollection.
with them over any Garden of Recollection, right? But the thing is, like, I didn't want anyone messing with their memories. You know what I mean? If we can avoid that, I do it.
Do you want to enter the Forgotten Hall?
Yeah, I want to see a bit more of it. Yeah, so we have enter priceless jewels. So what's okay? I guess that's a reward. So we get like, oh my god, what? That's pretty good, right?
Let's
They
wait
don't look
and
happy to
see.
see us. Does that hurt?
That's a pretty good reward. That's a really good reward.
Repay.
For like this little bit of like fighting we have to do, which actually isn't gonna be that much at all. That's a really good reward.
Don't get complacent.
Relax.
There's a lady with a gun. Everyone get down. Why don't you stop her with the gun? Oh my god. God forbid someone have a hobby. Everyone's so
Eternal sleep
judgy
is not
lately.
The dead return.
Let Kafka have a gun.
Stand still. Time to say bye. Boom.
Don't worry, Kafka. People are just afraid of your energy, you know? Am I literally getting more? What the hell is this? This feels like, this feels like I don't deserve this. Like, what are we doing here? Like, I feel like this is like, I've gone into like a dream or something. It doesn't feel like I deserve this.
I'm with you.
Does that hurt?
Oh, we shouldn't. Yeah, we won't get the weakness attack, but still.
Repay. Don't get complacent.
Good times. Time to say bye.
Oh, she says boom. Thank God. My day is actually sorted. All I'm saying is, look at this, right? I need to like screenshot this, you know?
Eternal sleep is the dead return.
She just has like freaking like
Stand still.
SMG. Like she's actually a crazy character when we think about it, you know? Whenever I think about Kafka for 2 seconds, I realize like how terrifying she is, you know? Wait, do we, no, what is it? Like what? Like what? Just giving us that many gems? Oh, so and we will, there's no way we can even get spoiled by this stuff as well. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do one more, and then I'll go on to do the other thing that I want to do today as well. But that's like pretty freaking great. Oh my god.
They don't look happy to see us.
They're always making us fight these lovely people.
Let's wait and see.
Throwing a bomb at Bronya, it feels
Does that hurt?
wrong. It feels wrong.
Repay.
It feels like it should not be a
You
thing.
chose the wrong enemy.
But this is actually gonna be like a very good way to get gems, right?
Good times. Time to say bye.
Hope she says boom.
Boom.
Day made. Oh, here
Don't
she is
get
as well. Look at her.
complacent.
The way she stands in as well.
Stand still.
Let's not use the SMG gun on Bronya, okay? We gotta make exceptions some points to the
We're
rules, you
just
know?
having fun.
Relax.
We gotta make exceptions at some point.
Step out of it.
Stand still.
Oh my god, she's almost gone as well.
I'll see you off.
Same. If Bronya was gone 2 soldiers, I'd just die too. Honestly. There's no way there's rewards again. What did I do to deserve all that? That's awesome. That's like a really awesome. All the rewards we can get for that as well. That's really, 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 really cool. Honestly, very, very cool. So, I have also heard, and this is the thing, this is the links we're gonna have to go to this month, just to let people know about the spoiler stuff, right? Now, not only do I just have to avoid this menu forever and don't avoid the top menu for the next 20 days, people also told me that, like, on PS5, there's, like, a chance that, like, the splash screen as you play the game will also change, which means I have had to, like, it's not even funny. It's funny, but it's hilarious as well. But also at the same time, too, there's also the element of, like, you know, the possibility that I could get spoiled by that stuff as well. So I'm avoiding wishing for this entire 20-day period. I'm avoiding going into this menu for the entire 20-day period. And you know what else I'm avoiding as well? The splash screen on the PS5. I literally had to do this. I'll let you hear the click. Like it's like this. Bo. Can you hear that? This is me tapping the analog stick and tapping X at the same time. So like as I'm turning my head away. Like, you guys have prepared me for this, and I thank you for that. But it's crazy that, like, apparently they put, like, a major spoiler, like, not only that, but on the splash screen as well. Like, that's insane to me. Okay, so the last quest we're doing today, by the way, is called Slaughterhouse, I believe. Let's check this out. So it's investigative journalist. There it is. Okay, sorry, I was trying to get to this one quest. This is the next quest we're doing here, which is we have to talk about this. I'm here to investigate the truth. And we turn to Stell. Your tone is quite animated. The truth is a very serious word. I hope you will wield it with more prudence. You weren't the one who sent the agency's message? You mean... I remember now. I did send the agency message to the group. Just that everyone mostly ignored me. The guests here are ambivalent about uncovering the truth. I myself was about to abandon this mission. The first person who was willingly answered my call to investigate was you. I think there's something wrong with this place. The family is definitely hiding something. We know the family is hiding something for sure. Right, I feel that way too. I may not have concrete evidence, but as a reporter, sometimes you have to rely on your hunches. I can always count on the hunches to help me find the truth, but if there wasn't one, I wouldn't even dare embark on the first step of this investigation. I can see that you're someone who also has got acute senses, and you're ripe with righteousness too, a rare combination of penacony dreamscapes. I'm just someone who likes poking around on adventures, I guess so. Good, very good. Now we've got motivation, brains, and... Single's eyes quickly sweep over that baseball bat in your hand. Braun, let's not waste time. If you're up for it, we'll all move out now. Before the Reverie Hotel was completely knocked down, I overheard a few rumors at a certain hour a strange painting of ambiguous meaning would suddenly appear in the hotel, and perhaps even mislead guests, sucking them into the otherworldly dreamscape. What's stranger is that, when inquired, the guests who had experienced the incident couldn't recall what happened to them. I don't believe that the collective memory loss is a coincidence. It must have something to do with the family. Miss, I think that strange painting will be the key to our progress in this investigation. Truth be told, I learned of a secret passage that leads into the Reverie on my investigations, but I was alone then, and I didn't dare venture forth by myself. Now with you around, I can put my mind at ease. Let me know when you are ready. We'll start for the Reverie Hotel then. I'm so ready. Let's go. Okay, follow me please, and remember to keep a low profile as we don't want any attention. I guess we're actually... Wait, we're literally heading directly into... This is where we, Am I right in saying this is where we were chasing Firefly? Yeah. Interesting, we're back here again. With the knowledge Firefly. Oh, there's the painting as well. That's it. That creepy painting floating in the middle of the hotel hallway. And it may even devour lost, unwitting guests too. Its existence is ironclad proof that the family has lost control of the dreamscape. And I guess like it's interesting that like a journalist knows about this as well, right? Because we've kind of felt that way too, right? Like, and we know this too, that they're losing control of the dreamscape. But it's interesting that like we have this from like a journalist. So like it's not, again, it's once again proof that there is like knowledge out there of the death and, or at least like of the penacony, like, you know, of the family losing control of this place. I guess there's knowledge there. The family must already know about the strange happenings in the hotel. These paintings are just one of the more explicit examples. My conjecture, and it's mere conjecture, is that they had already planned to keep these anomalies from the guests in the first place. But guests going missing are too conspicuous to hide. When the situation went gradually awry, the family decided to shut down the hotel indefinitely. A reasonable deduction? But it still lacks evidence. Singler inhales deeply. As the self-styled investigative reporter, the discipline of the disciple of truth, I can only think of one way. Let's try to establish contact with it. No matter what happens behind that painting, I trust it will definitely bring up closer to the truth the family is trying to hide. Okay. It's honestly like a cool like companion mission to have for this as well, right? That we're like going in to investigate the family when we already know that there's something like corrupt in the family as well. Oh, it's like a puzzle. Okay. We've done these in Mountain Time. We did this in this episode. Find clues about within the bountiful treasure, find clues in the basic treasure. So we have to unlock all the treasure, basically. How are we going with this treasure there? How are we gonna do this? We need to like find a way to get the... Oh, no, we just go across this way. Yep, sorry. Very well. So we activate this, which will stop this from moving. And then we open the bubble charge. I guess we can start. We can go up there and get this chest right away, right? We might as well get as much as we can. And then get this here. That's one. There's no, who left this here? What's it written on? Is there anything useful? Is there anything else we could do here? The shame is so scratchy. Let's check the other places. Yeah, this is gonna be fine. It's just kind of like mini puzzles to kind of get some information. And we're doing like an investigation on the family. So honestly, this is like not a bad companion mission for this quest, for the main quest we're on right now already. It's not bad at all. Anything this way? Yes, over here. Yeah, I'm gonna avoid the battles. We don't like if we can't avoid the battles, we don't need to fight the enemies, right? There's some basic treasures. We got the basic treasure, and then there's one bountiful treasure, which we know how to get it from here, I guess. Yeah, lovely. There we go. I think we collected all the clues in this area. Looks like that's all of them. I think it's time to sort the clues we gathered so far, miss. Of course, we really should get out of this place. I'm feeling a bit woozy. This is fun. This is a fun idea, just like exploring this place with a investigative journalist, you know? Especially like it showcases that there is like a lot of stuff going on here in Penacony. People are aware of it as well. Dizzy, so dizzy. This puny body of mine really can't take much more of this torment. You, on the other hand, look refreshed as all heck. I'm impressed by your constitution. Nothing I haven't trained for. Phew, I can see that. Anyway, let's piece together the information we've obtained first. See what we found so far? So we have part 1. The moment is finally here. Before I entered the dream today, the shift lead found me and had a long, earnest chat with me. He spoke too fast and I couldn't catch most of what he was saying, but I still sort of understood what he was trying to tell me. He feared that I would be in grave danger when I entered the dream this time. If I can't complete this mission successfully, the family will surely banish me from the ranks. He even said that he really appreciated me, that there were few young people like me who were low profile, hardworking, and industrious, and he hoped I would pass the trial without a hitch. I exchanged a few perfunctory words with him, and then went back to my room to prepare to enter the dream. It'd be a lie if I said I wasn't a bit anxious. But what else could I do besides mutely accepting the current situation? I closed my eyes and forced myself to take a nap, the dreamless kind, to be able to do that thing. I would have been able to, have to be in optimal condition, physically and mentally, no matter what. So whoever his, yeah, they told him he was going to be in grave danger when he entered the dream. And if he failed this mission, the family would banish him from their ranks. Okay. Miss, I think I stumbled upon a really precious clue this time. The family attendant named Hamilton, his writing indicates much anxiety. The family must assign him a secret mission to him. His name would be struck off if he failed the mission, or worse, his head. So he would have been, so that's proof that he wasn't erased. We still didn't have enough evidence. He didn't say anything like that. But I think, like, whilst that is what he said, he didn't say he would be punished, right, and banished. You're right. Sorry, my imagination got the better of me. I do love that. Like, that's the type of personality she has. Investigative reporter, you know. We find a note of someone being like, fine, I stole the candy. So you stole the candy and robbed the bank. Perfect crime. We still need more evidence. If you don't mind, can we enter the unusual dimension and explore once more? Sure. This is a very interesting mission. So yeah, we have this like kind of note that this person was like doing kind of something secretive for the family. They had anxiety about it being dangerous this time around. And if they didn't do it, that they would be kind of basically like punished. Oh, we're finding the jigsaw pieces this time. Very cool. So let's try go up here first, I guess. Yeah, no, this is fun. And like I'm always like a big fan of like investigative journalism stuff, like in terms of like story beats like that. You know, they're always like interesting characters. They're always like the people that like are most eccentric when it comes to like, you know, exploring the secrecy of this world as well. We have to find the jigsaw pieces. There's one over here. Surprisingly enough. And where'd the other one go? Over there? How do we get to that one then? Okay, from there. Let's activate this. I actually know how to get that one right away. Let's go activate this thing again. Yeah, and like, and I think when they talk about like a perfect companion mission for penacony, right? I mean it just in a way that's just like it's not gonna be something that breaks the you know the story wide open with penacony and breaks the idea of penacony wide open. But what it will do for us is it gives us like a little bit of insight to like I guess like some other going-ons. You know what I mean? And like what other people felt about this and what other people were doing at this time as well, you know? So whilst it's not the main story and while it's not about like, you know, what's happening with Aventurine and all the stuff that's like the main important stuff we're doing, it is like important to these people that we're reading about. And it showcases that we're that this is a bigger problem than we even thought it was as well. We know it's a big problem, but like in terms of like there is people that know about this. And I think even like Acheron was saying this though as well. Acheron said that like it is well, like it's something that's known by a lot of people that like death has come to penacony and people kind of feel like there is something off as well. It has to be here, right? Yeah, it is. Because it's only 4, I'm like very much okay with like just like trial and error here, you know? And we need one more basic treasure, which should be over the other way then. Oh, nice. So we went up that way, right? Did we go this way? We did. We came down from this. We need to go up there. And we need to get there. Yeah, perfect. I'm really curious to see where this mission goes. I really am. Guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. After all this day, I actually this was actually refreshing for me because it's not that I need to like take like I can't deal with the story right now. It was just so heavy that last part of Honkai that I was just kind of like I needed that like you know it's the same thing we played Genshin. Sometimes you need to do a few quests in between something big, you know, to like. You need a story quest to hang out with a character, even though story quests can be very dark and deep as well. I think we've collected all the clues in this area, right? It looks like that's all of them. Let's piece together the clues we got, miss. I'm actually very excited to see where this goes. And we're getting jades for our trouble as well. I can't even check how much jades I have because of the the banner. Good, the investigation has been going well so far. At least we can still walk and we haven't lost any limbs. Let's piece together the clues we just got and see if we've made any progress with our findings. Okay. I entered the dream and woke up in the Reverie staff dorm like usual, so this is them getting into the dream after their anxiety, but the feeling of everything around me was oddly strange. The people around me had seemed to notice something, and I could feel peculiar glances they cast towards me. Of course, it could have all just been mine, but who knows? Someone I'm not very acquainted with suddenly tapped me on the shoulder like he was trying to encourage me, but I didn't even remember what he worked as. A dreamscape motivator? Darn, it was like my memories were erased by someone. Jeremy and I traded a few lines, mostly about those recent strange happenings in the hotel in the dreamscape. Painting suddenly appearing, musical instruments attacking guests and such. So there's like other anomalies, like musical instruments attacking guests. It all made me somewhat nervous. It's strange. He was the closest to me, yet it feels like we had no idea what I was about to face. I even forgot to tell him before it's fine. This is good too. one fewer person to worry about. So okay. He was the closest to me, yet it felt like he had no idea what I was about to face today. Okay. I changed into a jet black outfit. Black makes me feel safe. I waited for a while at the dorms, so anxious that I couldn't even sit. God knows how many times I paced the room, and then I heard a knock on the door. So what we're getting from this is that he entered the dreamscape. Someone tapped him he was getting strange glances. Someone tapped him on the shoulder they didn't even recognize. And it was like his memories were erased, which you do know a memory eraser can happen, and memory blocking can happen with the Garden of Recollection and other stuff too. And then he talked about the idea of all the stuff that's been happening in the dreamscape, whether it be like the musical instruments attacking people. Like there's lots of different stuff, not just like stuff that's happened with the death memes, you know? The attendant Hamilton had entered the hotel, the dreamscape, and people around him started looking at him funny. I now have ample reason to believe that his attendant's experience must be related to Reverie's shutdown. It doesn't matter what secret assignment it was the family gave him, he definitely didn't manage to complete it. Or this place wouldn't be in the state now, would it? I guess so. It's unfortunate that there have been no crucial clues regarding the journalist so far. We have to keep investigating. Let's go. We have to try again. I'm all for this because it's very fun. And it's very interesting to unravel what this mystery kind of could be. Like, this is all a very fun time. These mazes, they're getting more and more complicated. They are, but again, it helps that they are a bundle of fun. You know what I mean? Like, it's I say this about all, it's like I'm playing a Hollow Knight Silksong right now, and it's the same thing I felt about that as well. You can have something that's like complicated or long or tough or difficult to get through sometimes, but if it's fun, I'm on board. You know what I mean? You got me. You can make your thing as hard to get through as possible, but if it's fun, like if you had like like for example, like the Mualani levels in Genshin, for example, when you're like doing those like you know the what do they call them, like when you're riding the wave thing. If you had to do that for like 10 minutes and you could fail so easily on that, it would still be fun because it's such a fun mission, you know. And with Silksong, I love it because even though like it's very difficult to do the platforming and stuff like that, I'm still having a blast with it, you know. It's like so precise and so good that I don't mind that it's taking a bit of time to do it, you know. See any chests over here? Because we like there's a chest there. But we want to make sure there's no chests like in this general area just in case we miss out on one anyway. There we go. There's the other basic one over there. So we can still keep moving anyway, I guess. Try up this way. I wonder if we could like activate it from there, maybe. It'd be fun if we could. So there's one on the ceiling. Like, you think we could activate it from here? No, we can't. So we might need to go back up there and obtain something else after that. Possibly. It seems so. Should we go back up in here then, I guess, and get this and then go up a different side, maybe? Because they definitely want us to go this side, right? They definitely want us to do something here as well, at least. By the way, I just realized, like, obviously this mission is called Slaughterhouse. That's very worrying. Which side did we go? We went up this side, didn't we, to get up there? Oh, no, we can go here, but we need 2. That's the thing, we need 2. This will send us back over here. If we go, is there anything we can do this way? No, we need to go that way, unless we go across that way. But we've already been there, right? Yeah, we came from there. We need to somehow get onto that wall over there. From there. Yeah. And what do we just get from here? Yeah. No, but then we need to activate that in some way too. This is a bit interesting the way they're doing it, yeah. I mean, it's a puzzle, but again, it's fun. So we're not going to think too crazy about it. We need to find one with 3, maybe. try the other thing again, maybe? Like, if we go down here again. So if we go up here. That won't work either. I feel like it has to be... There's stuff down below as well. So... Let me try and get back to the place we were before. Here. So we can't jump down here. We can't do anything like that. But if we get this bubble charge here... And if we go up here, we know we get locked in there. Is there another one we can activate here? That just sends us back to the start. So it has to be this one for something, right? For sure. Yeah. Are you sure we can't activate this from here? I'm pretty lost on what to do then. It's going to be so obvious once we get there. But right now I'm just not clear. You know what? There's only one solution then. That's just to go back up the other side and try to get someone from there, right? And we need 3. If we had 3, we're sorted, you know? But we don't have 3. Because there's also this stuff, that stuff there, right? We didn't activate that, didn't we not? But there's a way to, like, get to that with this. Yeah, from over here. But which way? We'll try both. And then this will give us 3, maybe? There we go. We got 3 from here. Go back up this way. Try over here. Try over here. And we got that. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we found one with 3. That sent us to at least here. Let's get this 3 again. So now can we always get 3, or is it a thing like if we have an extra one, will it like activate for us there as well? Like if I hit that now, will it just revert back to 2, or will it give us an extra one? Like how does that work? It does give us 3. Perfect. And then we can go up here. There we go. And so we head up here again. We're probably gonna get hit now. Nice. I think we collected all the clues in the area. It looks like that's all of them. Let's piece together the clues we got, miss. Yeah, I actually quite like... Oh, we gotta watch. This is exhausting. I'm sure you know the hardships of an investigative reporter now, huh? Come on, let's gather the clues we obtained this time, and if we see Hamilton said anything else. Very interesting to see this. So part 3. This was still so surreal to me. I finally had a chance to meet face to face with the Lady Siobhan. Oh. Siobhan is the bar lady. She's a prominent figure amongst the Iris family. Her position is only second to the head. I heard from others that she preferred solitude and seldom showed herself. To think that it was going to appear under such circumstances and to interact with a lowly lackey like me. I was extremely nervous initially, with all my words stuck in my mouth, but Lady Siobhan's words had a certain charm to them, which quickly settled my nerves. Great communication there. She explained plenty of important matters to me, that the hotel in the dreamscape was recently experienced anomalies. The efforts of the family to combat this phenomenon, what us attendants should be watching out for, etc., etc. So the Irish family is involved with this too. She was extremely fastidious, in her elaborations, and even I was miraculously alert, absorbing every single word that she uttered. Finally, Lady Siobhan told me that in the face of unprecedented disaster, every Irish, nay, all family members, had to prepare to draw their weapons to protect our guests' interests. We had to stand between them and every horrific event that could present the slightest threat. So we know the Irish family was like 100% obviously aware of this. We knew they were. And Siobhan was aware of this and like trying to, I guess, prevent this. And here she says they're going to fight like with any weapons they have. Then this name isn't familiar to me. We know her. But in the journal, it's obvious that Hamilton admires the woman. It's as if he said that Siobhan wields authority second only to the head of the Irish family, which is huge, by the way. Which means she must be the one to give Hamilton the mission. What exactly did the mission entail? Erasing the guest's memory? Suppressing the anomalies in the dreamscape? Finding the source of the monster propagation? The notes in the reveal nothing on this. Honestly, I'm getting a little impatient. I don't know who this Hamilton guy is in the real world, but I think he's got a potential to be one of the Riddlers. But since we're already here, it'd be a waste to give up now. Let's try one more time, miss. I think you're very curious about how all this will unfold as well. Yeah. So he got this information directly from the Iris family. The Iris family is second in command with Siobhan. I don't know if she's still... She said, like, she seemed like she wasn't still with them, but, like, they want her to come back at least. But, if she is, like, also, I can't believe I didn't think of that with the stuff with Gallagher. I wonder if, like, she's in on stuff with Gallagher at least, you know what I mean? Or if, like, she knew about what Gallagher was doing. Like, if she's that close to them, I wonder. Very cool. I love this magic stuff. You know what I mean, though? Like, if she was that close with Gallagher, do you think she knew what he was doing as well? I'm sure we'll find out in the story at some point. I'm sure we will. But it seems she did give the task to him. And his plan in the dream to enter the dreamscape. The one he was anxious about, but also again talking about all the anomalies, and also like that they're gonna fight with weapons to do this as well. Which means they, like, at least for somewhat, at least on the front-facing aspect of what they were telling some people, they had the idea of how do I say it, of like defending penacony, right? Now, whether they're doing it properly or not, that's another story for another day. But it seems like, for me, like, when I think of the families, it might not just be all the families, but, like, when I think of the families, I think of, like, them brushing everything under the rug at the moment, you know? Which isn't exactly promising, honestly. Should we try here? We still got 2 here as well, so maybe we try to go up here. Oh, we went here. Okay, no, we have to go back there again to get the 3. Where did we go? Here, wasn't it? Get the 3 and then maybe go up the other side here. Yeah, look at that over there. Is there a chest of any kind here? There must be one chest, like, at least roaming around here. I'm very worried about, like, just missing out on, like, a good passage, because there's a lot of avenues and passageways this time around. If we go up that way, we're walking on the wall. Let's try to go up this way. There we go. Perfect. That's one.
No surprise there.
We can also use this to go somewhere else, but it's probably better to go down here again when we have more stuff, right? Like, go back here and get this stuff. Yeah. And then we go up. We went up this way to get the chest, so if we try go up this way. Excuse me. And get this chest. There we go. So now we just need the big chest in the middle.
We can use it.
Which means we probably just head back to where we came from and try one of those other avenues then. So if we go... Oh, we didn't activate all of them, of course. Okay, I know what to do now. Okay. That's perfect, okay. We did not activate all of them. But that's where we came from, wasn't it? Yeah. There's one over there we didn't activate, which makes sense. Like, he's just standing over there. Like, I thought he was complete. No, like, it literally is just we didn't activate this guy over here, so it's gonna do something for us anyway. I don't know what. This way here like that? Oh, very cool. Okay. Very, very cool. Let's just head right back up because I have all the stuff activated already. Very, very cool. Wasn't expecting that whatsoever. And we just have to activate this then. Oh wow, this is a bit of a... Hopefully we'll be able to like do this. Oh yeah, fine. I was like, oh god, I don't know if I'll be able to do this. It's grand. They're always fairly easy in fairness. And then we just have to get back over here.
Want a prize?
Back down to the earlier stages, which we can get to no problem. 2 seconds. That's awesome. Okay, that makes sense now. That makes perfect sense. Looks like that's all of them. Let's piece together the clues we got, miss. And so this could be the last one. Watchmaker's Dream Collection. We're getting a lot of stuff for this too, which is cool. I think I'm at my limit. I hope Mr. Hamilton will get to the point this time. Stop being around the bush at his entries. Hurry before I fade. We must look at the clues. We're doing a long investigation here. Oh, it's short. I did it. Praise the Great One. I managed to secure my job. I could even call myself an Iris, so he's part of the Iris family. The entire ordeal was intensely harrowing. I tried 3 times, failing within 5 seconds of the first 2, but in the final attempt it was a miracle that I actually pulled through. Relying on some meager strength of harmony, I resonated my thoughts with the blasted plate and that disgusting piece of sponge. I held on for 20 seconds, successfully making that plate spick and span. I even used my telekinesis to turn the tap on and rinse the lingering... Wait, what? All around me were applauding. I thought I spied Lady Siobhan from the periphery of my vision. Having completed this step, I wouldn't just be some insignificant trainee any longer. I'm now proud member of the Iris family. Does he say he cleaned up dishes? Was he cleaning dishes? You can never be too wary of dishwashers. You annoying fool, no matter where you are right now. I'll punch your face in! The Pepeshi person is fuming in rage at the note, not a figure of speech, but literally steaming with smoke, and then she turns her face skywards and falls over. This heart-wrenching land of dreams, you guess that she won't be coming back for a while. Okay, so that's Slaughterhouse. You know what? That's a very funny ending. That's a very funny ending, and I think the meaning behind the ending, of course, was very clearly like, you know, I don't think it's like clear it's a mass fool entirely thing. I think what it was, maybe it is mass fool, but for me, I saw it as like just someone who was just writing their daily notes, and it just so happened to sound, hey, how, hua, hua, it just happened to sound like they were doing like a, like this full-on, like, oh my god, I'm going into this dangerous stuff here. But like, they did talk about like how dangerous it could be in the dreamscape, and that's important too. We did get some notices on that too, but it's very clear that they were like trying to get in on like maybe like a dishwasher in the pub that the Irish family like member works in, Siobhan. But what we learned from that quest was that there was problems like obviously everywhere. Everyone was very aware of it. Other people was it Singler? Singler was aware of it too. Like there is an awareness of like the problems that are happening on Penacony. It just so happens that we weren't the first persons to kind of like feel this, and we know this too because like everyone was feeling that something was off. Whether it was Acheron, Aventurine, Sparkle, Silverwolf, everyone's kind of been feeling like everything is off, and it just means that they've been able to hide the cracks in the beautiful complexion that is. I shouldn't say cracks in complexion because I think cracks in someone's complexions, like wrinkles, I guess is what they would call, are actually beautiful. So I shouldn't say that. But like, because it's, everyone gets them. I think more just cracks in the glass, right, of penacony. Like more and more they're showcasing them. And I think like they keep putting like, duct tape over it, but it keeps like bouncing back off. But here, like, it was obviously like kind of a wild goose chase. But I think we got some, like I said, valuable information. I think the information that we got wasn't too bad. We got some information on the Arias family, fighting back against what was going to be happening here. We found out the idea that there was like instruments and people attacking people. There was anomalies in all different places. There was some anxiety about the dreamscape and working in the dreamscape, but obviously in the end it was just more of like a comedic ending to the actual story itself too. I didn't want this episode to be anything too heavy anyway. It was just supposed to be a fun episode, which I think that's what I kind of wanted to do. And not that the other episodes aren't fun, but you know what I mean. It's like, just do something on the side. If you want my kind of like assessment, the mission we did with the mirror over here, very fun and glad we got these rewards. We got some more information on the Garden Recollection and their interest in us. The Hanu stuff was also just like very fun mini games. Again, nothing too serious, just really, really enjoyable. And it did like kind of like give some insight into the idea of like the propaganda once again and the kind of like front-facing view of what they'd like try to make penacony and like, Soul Glad. It's very much like a whole thing of like, isn't Hanu great? Isn't this whole place great? Look what they did. They fought for penacony, and it's like it's almost like a story that like even like kids will be like, wow, oh my God, but for us it's like, this is kind of like a representation of something that kind of happened in real life, and we know the real story now, and we know the penacony isn't perfect. And with the last one, we got to, again, as we said, see like some stuff that was happening around penacony, some of the situations that were happening, but obviously we got like a funny moment at the end too, but it was a fun mini game at the same time also. And we got to meet a new character in this world too, like an NPC, which I very much have loved that about these quests too. Getting to meet NPC characters is always a great thing too. It adds to the world, it adds some like more weight to the world. But yeah, this was to me not a filler episode. I'm going to put in the title probably not a filler episode, because it's not a filler episode. Side quests aren't filler to me. Whilst I don't do a lot of them in this game, I still want to do them every now and then. And I still want to like be able to do them because I feel like they do add some like either fun to the world, some weight to the world. Even in the most fun moments, we saw that it adds something to the actual game itself. And we saw that in the last mission too. It ended on a very like crazy note, but we still got some insight into like some other stuff that's happening and some of the other dangers and anomalies and the knowledge that people had and the awareness that the family had of what was happening on penacony. With that, guys, I'm going to say thank you so much for watching this episode. I'll see you guys for the start of Act 2 next week. Let me get my iPad to get the names up for the Patreon and the YouTube members. It's going to be up here now on the... Oh my God. Both are dead. My iPad and my phone. You mean I got to type into the computer? You mean I got to go all computer style? Oh my God. You mean it's gonna take an extra few seconds? My life. This is my life now. Oh God. I'm like turning to the side and stuff. Oh, and oh my God, it's the wrong, okay. Oh God. Honestly, I could remember the names off by heart. I could. And in fact, I'll do it right now. Watch this. Ty for R2, Jamie Bull, Jana the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Blisters Felix, Yule, Radish, Anusta, Lynx Markey, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Leon, High Casperia, Jared Beanham, at the highest tier of my YouTube, Royal Gamer 7, and Blasco, and I'll see you all so soon. Bye bye. If I got that wrong, God help me.